Hello everyone. Today I'm going to present you a tutorial on topic femoral nerve. In this video we are going to cover the origin, the course, branches and clinical anatomy of femoral nerve. So let's start. Origin of femoral nerve. So your femoral nerve is the main nerve of your anterior compartment of thigh, right? And it is the largest branch of your lumbar plexus. What is lumbar plexus? Lumbar plexus is a network of nerve fibers that supplies the skin and muscles of your lower limb. We have discussed lumbar plexus in a separate video. And it arises from the dorsal division of the anterior primary rami of L2, L3 and L4. Right? So what is the root value of your femoral nerve? L2, L3 and L4. Course and branches of femoral nerve. So your femoral nerve arises from the dorsal division of anterior primary rami of L2, L3, L4 nerves. Right. Then it enters the thigh region posterior to the inguinal ligament and just lateral to the femoral sheath, and about 2 centimeters, just 2 centimeters below the inguinal ligament, it divides into anterior and posterior divisions. Right. So in this diagram, this is your abdomen, this is your thigh, this is your leg and this is your foot. Right. So it is arising from L2, L3 and L4, and then it enters the thigh. It passes between iliacus and psoas major muscle, and then it enters the thigh posterior to the inguinal ligament, and about 2 centimeters below the inguinal ligament it divides into anterior and posterior division. Right. Then it passes from your lateral circumflex femoral artery. Right. These divisions, the anterior division and posterior division, these divisions are then separated by your lateral circumflex femoral artery. Right. Coming to the branches of the femoral nerve in the abdomen region. So it supplies your iliacus muscle and pectineus muscle. The anterior division gives 2 cutaneous and 1 muscular branch. Right. 2 cutaneous branches to intermediate region of the thigh and to medial region of the thigh. So it is giving 2 cutaneous branches, intermediate cutaneous nerve of thigh and medial cutaneous nerve of thigh. 1 muscular branch to sartorius muscle. So anterior division gives 2 cutaneous and 1 muscular branch. Right. Coming to the posterior division. Posterior division gives 1 cutaneous branch, that is your saphenous nerve, and 4 muscular branches to supply the quadriceps femoris muscle. Right. So it gives 1 cutaneous branch, that is your saphenous nerve. This is your saphenous nerve. So this is your cutaneous branch, and it gives muscular branches to supply quadriceps femoris. Right. So quadriceps femoris consists of rectus femoris muscle, vastus lateralis, vastus intermedius and vastus medialis. Quadri means 4. So these are 4 muscles, and these are collectively known as quadriceps femoris. So these are rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus intermedius and vastus medialis. So these 4 muscles, that is your quadriceps femoris, it is supplied by posterior division of femoral nerve. Right. So the branch supplying the rectus femoris muscle, it also gave articular branch to your hip joint. Right. And the branch supplying your vastus medialis muscle, it also gives an articular branch to knee joint. Right. So the branch which supplies your rectus femoris muscle, it gives an articular branch to hip joint, and the branch which supplies vastus medialis muscle, It also gives an articular branch to knee joint, right? Then the posterior division gives some infrapatellar branches. It supplies the skin on the medial side of the leg in the region of your leg. It gives an cutaneous branch, that is your saphenous nerve. Then it supplies the skin on the medial side of the ball of great toe. It supplies the skin on the medial side of the foot up to the ball of your great toe, right? So this was the cutaneous branch of your posterior division of femoral nerve. So it is supplying the quadriceps femoris muscle, and along with supplying the quadriceps femoris, it gives articular branches to your hip joint and knee joint. Then it supplies skin on your medial side of the leg and skin on the medial side of the foot up to the ball of great toe. I hope the branches of the femoral nerve is clear to all of you. Coming to the clinical anatomy of your femoral nerve. Although femoral nerve is rare to be injured, but it can be injured due to any stab, any gunshot wound, or due to pelvic fracture, right? So what is the motor loss? There would be paralysis of your quadriceps femoris muscle. Quadriceps femoris means rectus femoris, vastus intermedius, vastus lateralis, and vastus medialis, right? So quadriceps, the four muscles of your anterior compartment of your thigh. So there would be paralysis of the quadriceps femoris muscle, due to which there would be inability to extend the knee. The extension of knee would not be possible. Then secondly, there would be weak flexion of thigh as well. So why weak flexion of the thigh? It is because of the paralysis of your iliacus and sartorius muscle. So we earlier saw that femoral nerve supplies your iliacus muscle before entering the thigh, and the anterior division of the femoral nerve supplies the sartorius muscle, right? So there would be paralysis of both these muscles, the sartorius and iliacus, and as a result there would be weak flexion of the thigh, right? Then coming to the sensory loss, there would be sensory loss on the anterior and medial aspect of the thigh, right? And it is due to involvement of the intermediate and lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh. So we saw that anterior division of your femoral nerve gives three branches, one muscular branch and two cutaneous branches, right? So if femoral nerve would be injured, there would be paralysis of the sartorius muscle. Then there would be sensory loss over the area supplied by the two cutaneous nerve, and the two cutaneous nerves were lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh and intermediate cutaneous nerve of thigh, right? So because these nerves would be affected, so there would be sensory loss over the intermediate and lateral region of the thigh. Then we have sensory loss on the medial side of the foot, medial side of the leg and foot up to the ball of the great toe. It is because the saphenous nerve would also be damaged. If there would be any injury to your femoral nerve, obviously this saphenous nerve, which is a cutaneous branch of posterior division of femoral nerve, it would also be injured, and as a result there would be sensory loss on the medial side of the leg and up to the ball of the great toe, right? Then we have femoral nerve neuropathy. So what is a neuropathy? Neuropathy is basically a damage or dysfunctioning of one nerve or some nerves, which results in tingling, muscle weakness and pain over the affected area, right? So in diabetes mellitus there can be femoral nerve neuropathy, due to which there would be wasting and weakness of your quadriceps muscle, which causes difficulty in walking. So the quadriceps muscles are basically helping in the extension of the knee. If there would be femoral nerve neuropathy, so the quadriceps muscles would be affected, and as a result there would be difficulty in walking. Then secondly, there would be pain and paresthesia on the anterior and medial aspect of the thigh, which extends down along the medial aspect of the leg and foot along the distribution of your saphenous nerve. So basically there would be pain and there would be paresthesia on the area on the skin supplied by your femoral nerve and the cutaneous branch saphenous nerve, right? So what is paresthesia? A tingling and pricking like sensation. So the area supplied by a femoral nerve, that is the anterior and medial aspect of the thigh, then the medial aspect of your leg, medial aspect of the foot, and the distribution of your saphenous nerve. So all these area, all these distribution, these are affected, and there would be pain and there would be tingling and pricking like sensation over this area in case of femoral nerve neuropathy, which happens in diabetes mellitus, right? So this was about the clinical portion of the femoral nerve. I hope everything is clear to all of you. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.